My AC isn't a problem, is it? You guys can't hear that?
Nope.
Okay, good. That's good.
So, but and reflux.
Yeah,
That was timed excellently. Slice out that question. It's
no
great.
problem.
All right. So, yeah. It's warm. Uh,
I can guarantee you that question is more interesting than this entire anime.
yeah.
What
Well,
what is it about this art style that just bleeds mundane and boring? Is it is it a studio that did a lot of anime and mass produced some stuff, or like what? Like a studio?
I don't know. Well, the thing is, it's been so long since I watched it. I don't remember what the name of the anime actually is. Hang on, bear with me.
Let me just scroll up in the chat here.
Yeah, there we go. Wagari no.
Wagaya no
Oh,
Oinari Sama.
yeah, that
Yeah.
stuff.
Our home's Fox Deity.
Mm. That's the one. Wikipedia. Anime adaptation was by Zex with a X and a C. Uh, so of the other stuff, I'm looking for other stuff. Oh, Rental Magica. We saw that. That's another
Yeah,
one of
we
their
saw
joints.
that.
A little bit before this one. Uh, Tubra. That one we have been avoiding like the fucking plague.
Lots of things that I haven't seen in this list of anime that they've done.
Yeah, a lot of names that don't.
That you've never heard of.
Yeah, yeah. I can say the only ones that I have actually heard of are because they are on our list of things that either we have done or are terrified of doing. So, guess they don't really have Western appeal. Is a way I would put that. Because I don't know whether they're popular in Japan. I mean, they're still running, so that's got to say something. Um. So yeah, this is an anime from the end of the 90s. Um. It is. It almost comes off as a tutorial to fucking uh, shrine stuff and yokai and things. That might be first episode kind of weirdness. Like it might be that the first episode comes off so much like a tutorial, and then the rest of it is like, okay, you know the rules now. We've done the rules. You can actually tell stories in this thing. But for the first episode, it's kind of like, we need to establish the rules before we move on.
Yeah. I'm not sure if that's because it's a show from the 90s as well, so it's a trope setter to a degree, I would assume. But yeah, it's very boilerplate.
I mean, to us it might seem like that, but to Japanese people, I feel like a lot of this stuff is baked into their cultural lexicon. Like it's like the elves and dwarves and stuff from Western fantasy. Like this is their really boilerplate stuff. Well, that's probably not a fair comparison. That's like Tolkien, but like the concept
I get
of
what
the
you mean.
Fae is sort of what we're looking at here, kind of a Japanese equivalent. Um, so it's
I
sort of
know
like,
that
mm,
that's not a that's probably a better comparison for you, actually, because Your country has, I hesitate to use the term lore, but that supernatural stuff.
Hmm.
We don't really have a lot of that in the U.S. aside from witches and ghosts and stuff.
Well, you
You
don't really
have
have a
you
lot
have like
of
spirits,
native
but
stuff to that, but you pick like America's the melting pot and stuff, so they have stuff from all over. So if you have, very heavy Irish ancestry, you probably got told stories about like the Sheed and stuff like that. Uh,
that's fair.
so
Although, since you bring up that point, that feels like watching an anime and watching a character explain how a goblin works or an elf. It's like it's just so
yeah,
basic entry level.
yeah,
It's
that's
like,
kind of
really?
what's
You have to
weird about it.
explain this?
Yeah, like for the audience that they're playing to, Japanese people, like we are, especially in the 90s, we are a bonus market if an anime happens to actually become popular over here or in America, with different places, but you know what I mean. Um, we're a bonus. They don't create shows. They don't market specifically for us. If they do, that's a very recent thing. That is like uh, 2010 sort of thing when that really started to kick in, when the big three became such a phenomenon and made so much money.
And a lot of infrastructure was built up around them to facilitate the easy trade of these things
Yeah,
and acquisition of them for
yeah. Like
money.
this is before One Piece was even a thing, so we were not the target for this. Like, uh, Dragon Ball was kind of becoming a very, very niche thing in the West. That was the most success a show could expect. So, a show going this far out of its way to tutorialize Japanese myths is a little odd. But, maybe it's for, you know, it's. It seems like it's supposed to be a kid's horror show almost. Kind of like well, maybe a kid's thriller show might be more appropriate term. Uh,
Would say so. Yeah, that's probably a more accurate one.
yeah, where it's supposed to be kind of tense and stuff. Uh, and kids, maybe they don't have like as full a grasp on some of these concepts. So this could be the place they learn them. We're
I guess
spending a
it
lot of
is
time.
basically
Sorry, go on.
an animated version of like ghost stories or campfire stories, more specifically. That style of storytelling, just an animated version.
Yeah, we have spent a lot of time trying to figure out this show's place in cultural landscape and stuff like that. It's it's probably telling that we're not actually talking about what's in the show very much. So,
I I
oh,
fully predict that this episode summary that we're about to go through is going to take 4 minutes. There's not a lot.
Yeah.
okay.
I was getting
But
some serious Persona 4 vibes from the first minute, though. Sort of.
So there are two brothers that are waiting at a place. This it was like 3 weeks ago. Watch the show.
It's
They
it's a train station
yeah
or train stop place.
yeah they are waiting to get picked up, and uh, they get picked up and brought to a shrine that is apparently run by some element of their family, because of inheritance weirdness. Like, this is a very old fashioned and strict doctrinous shrine. They have very set rules for how everything works. The guy that has no idea how anything works happens to inherit because weird doctrine stuff. Uh, but these two brothers show up at the shrine, and there's an old lady who is like, "Yep, you are now the head of this shrine." and our clan. Uh, and the little brother is like, so there's weird stuff that's been going on. I had a dream about a lady, and she was like weird and stuff. And like, okay, you have
She was
been good.
she was demanding to know his name, and he told her like an absolute idiot. In fairness, he's like 7,
Yeah, yeah.
so
When I say brothers, one of
yeah,
them is like mid-teens, probably. I don't think they established their ages,
15,
but
16, something like that.
yeah, the usual shonen range. And then there is the little brother who is less than 10, guaranteed. Hard to pinpoint it because anime,
Oh
but
shit, you're right. Shonen protagonist is an age group. Holy shit. It's like 16 to 18
eh,
or 14 to 18.
14 to 18, yeah, I was going to say. Um, there are some that skew younger, but
Yeah.
the ones that really get success tend to be
But
in
yeah.
that age range.
Yeah. One thing we briefly skipped over was in the first like 30 seconds of the episode, they were actually tricked. They were told the grandma was dying. They didn't actually want to come out and visit their family.
Yeah. Which is weird because they needed to. The motivations in this show are kind of weird. But
Yeah.
yeah, so grandma is like, yeah, so a spirit is trying to take your soul. We should probably do something about that. So let's go talk to the giant fox spirit that we sealed away, and maybe we will try and negotiate for them to protect you from this other spirit.
So so I just sped watched the first 5 minutes, and this is the last part of it that I actually saw. Turns out the spirit that's haunting the child is a water-based spirit, and so they need a steel-based spirit to
They
counteract it because it works on a rock paper scissors system, and the fox is somehow a steel spirit, so they need the fox.
Yeah, they base it on Chinese elements. I think that is like the Eastern ones that were initially.
Like Pokemon, but less sensical.
Circular, and only 5 of them, and far less
Yeah,
complicated.
I mean, we had the Western elements, air, fire, water, and I believe ether was a classical element of like just like the unknowable force that binds the universe together, kind of thing. Um, and then there was the Chinese set that is very different and much more symbolic, I think. Um, so yeah, the Western ones are kind of literal. Like they mean exactly what they mean. These are things that we really believed, like built up all of existence and boiled it down to that. Um, but yeah, so they go and see the fox, and the fox is pretty fucking cool. I'm not gonna lie. I was a fan of the fox when it was a fox. Um,
Was pretty badass.
yeah, if it stayed as the giant fox, I would have kind of been about this show. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, it kind of pulled a Shelob and became a woman.
Hmm.
Also, I
That's
like
not
the
actually pulling
interesting
a
sort.
Shelob. That's pulling a Shadows of Mordor. Let's not pretend.
I do like the sort of the initial sort of inhuman aspect that they emphasize.
Mm.
And it's like, yeah, I took a female form, but I could take a male form if this makes you feel uncomfortable. I'm like, I kind of
That's
like that.
fair. They did say that.
Yeah.
I appreciate the fluidity, and I'm like, hey, I'm immortal. I can be whatever gender I want. It doesn't matter anymore.
Mm. So they have a conversation with the fox that boils down to, "Hey, help us." No, but he's the son of this person who you apparently like in some manner that will probably be gone into in future episodes. Hmm. Yeah, okay.
Here's a
So,
backstory hook.
yeah. So, the fox comes out of the cave that it had been sealed in, and we do like preparations for fending off the evil spirit, or the hungry spirit, let's call it. Because this is, yokai and stuff, forces of nature, you don't really. Because the kid told the spirit his name, it can just call to him and he will want to go. They have a little protective space where if they leave it, then the spirit will be able to come into the room. Uh, and the little kid does, I think. I think that's how that happens because the spirit calls to him and he breaks the line. Was that right?
I've completely forgotten this part. Something happens. The kid probably fucks up.
Yeah, because
He's
he's
a
a little
child.
kid and you can forgive him for fucking up like that. Um,
Oh, wait. No, I think this one
No,
actually wasn't his fault. He
no,
did
it's not.
actually
It's
get bewitched.
yeah. He doesn't actually. I don't believe he crosses the line, but she opens the door and it's like, "I'm gonna get you," and then the fox is like, "Yeah, no, I'm
right.
gonna kick her butt. Hold on."
I remember what it was now. The spirit calls out to him, and because she knows his name, he immediately answers because she has power over
Yeah,
him, and because he acknowledges and responds to her, she can break the protection,
yeah.
bust down the wall. Yeah. So then we get Pokemon battle, basically. Uh,
Dun 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 dun.
yeah,
If I pull out the sword, it's metal, and the
yeah.
metal can stop your forest.
Uh, Yeah, it was water versus steel type. I don't think the fox's natural type was actually good, but it happened to know a move that was off type, but effective.
It knows Iron Tail.
Yeah. So
I mean, your joke, but I think that's actually how she kills it. She hits it with her tail or something.
yeah. Well, not kills it,
No,
but
no. What happens is
mm,
she tells the Miko to prepare a water spell as she's blocking the. She says forest, and then later it's lightning. So I'm not quite certain if that's just the subs or what. Um, but blocks the lightning easily. Then another bigger lightning gets sent at her. Blocks that. Then the water spell goes through and shoots the lightning back at the lady, who then turns into a weakened snake form. That our fox then grabs her by the neck and it's like, "See, I got her." So,
yeah.
hey, kid, it's like 7 years old. You wanna murder her or you wanna let her go? I'm down for either.
I'm 7.
Okay, not murdering her. I guess I'll. Hey, Snake, what's your true name? Cool, that's a nice true name. Yeet.
Yep. And then the grandma is like, "Okay, you did the thing for us. Cool, thanks. So let's put you back in your hole." And Fox just gives the older brother a look, and he's like, "Yeah, let's not do that. I'm the head of the clan and stuff, so I can say no. Let's not do that." And they're not happy about it, but they're like, "Yeah, okay, we'll see how this goes. You're just like
And she's
what's
like,
her name or something."
"Well, now I'm unemployed. What are you gonna do?" I get it. I'll be a guardian for just you two, because you two are the only people I care about in this entire clan.
Hmm. And that's pretty much
This
the
will be
first episode.
fun.
Yeah, that's the first episode. So that was
Yeah.
it was fine. There were bits of it I liked. I liked the meeting with the White Wizard Fox.
Yeah.
Um, that's pretty much
Like,
it. But that's
It's okay. One thing I will give the show credit for: it's rare to see like Kitsune girl, but there's not like a billion camera angles of like, look how pretty she is. It's like, no, this is still an inhuman yokai
Yep.
who just took the form of, a female. So
That is a good point. The camera does not sexualize her. I don't think anyway.
no, it does not, and that's what, props for that.
Yeah, it's almost like she takes human form because it's easier to draw a human than it is a fox.
Yes.
That's almost what it feels like, but yeah. Like if it was a giant fox, you would have to do like the logistics of how does she get through the door.
Well,
Right,
all
things
in
you don't
all,
want to deal with. That's fair enough. Make it
it
convenient.
was okay. I don't feel a burning need to watch more of it, but it is okay.
Yeah, it kind of fits into this weird space of not really for us, but also the tutorializing is actually kind of warranted. I imagine this was less appealing to Japanese audiences who kind of probably knew a lot of this stuff already, so didn't need this big of a refresher. But you know, it's fine, I guess. If you really want to get into more of Japanese myth and folklore, then this might be a decent place to look. There are probably better places to look, but this is probably decent. Any more thoughts before we roll?
Not really.
Good. 21.
21? You rolled 27, right?
Yeah.
Okay. 21 is 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 20. You. Soldier Boy.
You.
Fuck, how many? Let's just say 28. I can't do maths now. I woke up an hour ago, man.
Maths. Okay. 28.
Mm-hmm.
Then we get a perfect 28.
We've done it. We won.
4.
We've done it. Move on. This is the maths I want to do and probably should have done in hindsight.
17.
Okay. That's a weird name for a show. Can I just quickly... there it is. Under the Dog. There's
Okay.
probably some doujinshi with that title. Under the Dog takes place in 2025 in New Tokyo. Oh, Neo Tokyo, of course it is. Fucking Akira. It's an OVA. It's only one episode, actually. We can't do it. Never mind. Shit.
10.
Alright. 10. Okay. Okay, this is a name some people will know.
What you got?
Ultimate Muscle.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh man, I wish we had Kenshi for this.
Man, I haven't seen Ultimate Muscle in like 15 years. Holy shit.
I assume this is the main anime. The site we're using is stupid Japanese weeaboo bullshit. So it might be under the original Japanese that is not Ultimate Muscle. And I've picked the wrong show because it's the only one that has the title Ultimate Muscle.
I would. Hmm. It came out in 2002, so I think this is the one that was on Fox Kids or whatever your equivalent on your place was.
Hmm. Uh, I don't know what it would have been. There was a Fox Kids in this country. Uh,
Oh,
there
well,
was
fair enough.
also there was also a Toonami. I think. I think we did have that.
Oh, wait, yeah. That probably would have been on both.
No idea. I didn't watch either channel, so I wouldn't know. I
Ah,
didn't get
fair
into
enough.
anime until like 2008. So.
Hmm. I feel compelled to seek out the differences between the four kids dub and the Toonami dub.
Oh, Four Kids would have been Fox. I didn't really connect that because kids is kind of an expected appellation for anime because that was the understanding at the time.
Yeah, Fox had a Saturday morning lineup, and then they had, I think, between 4 and 5 p.m. They had like two shows that they would put on.
Hmm.
That was usually Pokemon and Digimon there for quite a long time.
Yeah. So, Ultimate Muscle. In the past, evil superhumans invaded Earth to conquer the human race. A group of superhuman, calling themselves the Muscle League, challenged the evil. One of the Muscle League member, King Muscle, displayed great strength and skill. With his help, the Muscle League defeated the evil and once again peace returned to Earth. 28 years later, a new evil force has come to conquer the human race. But legendary heroes who fought in the past were too weak and old to beat the new threat. Now they trained a new league of warriors to fight. One of the warriors is Kid Muscle, the son of the legendary King Muscle. He and the new generation are the only hope for the human race against the new threat. Yeah.
I mean, anime Mortal Kombat
Hmm. We get to watch
with
Rikido Sato's anime. The MHA character who is based on Ultimate Muscle. Yay. I get to know that
hell
reference
yeah.
now.
So that'll be fun.
Hmm.
Nice blast from the past. I wasn't really huge on Ultimate Muscle, but I did watch it.
Yeah, I watched it too.
Was the dub any good?
I
Uh, I don't remember it being exceptionally bad or standing out in any negative way.
yeah.
Um, I'm just double checking the thing to make sure this is the right show. It looks like it's the right show. I'm just. Uh, yeah. Okay. They do the thing where it's a different name. So I don't. We'll figure it out. Fucking Christ. I hate this site so much. All right.
It's not amazing.
Yeah. So we'll figure it out. It's Ultimate Muscle, the first one that we need to see. So let's do that. Uh,
Uh, by the way, when we run across a series that can't be done, are you knocking it off the list?
that is the thing Patient usually does, but we haven't actually talked to Patient in a little while because scheduling conflicts.
Yeah, he hasn't been available for quite a while, unfortunately.
Mm, well, oh well. I will have to start looking into that and seeing whether they've been ticked off or not. Yeah, so that's anime reflux. This has been weird inside baseball for the past like 5 minutes, but whoops. So bye everybody.
Bye.
See you guys.